With the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Green Bay Packers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Around 26-yard line.
Hold the stick. Get it. Go.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he gets it up past the 35. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
It's second down.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Come on. Hit. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Sanders to throw. They will get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Dolphins.
18 Cardinal.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Hawk 70.
On play action, here's Shadur. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Miami.
Ready. Tag.
They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. And you look at this Packers defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
70 Lions.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Here's Sanders. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Ready? 19, 18. Let's go.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Davis now. That one complete to Trey Tucker. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the play. Leads to third down and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Davis. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically? And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Bijan Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
Dolphins 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing, Sanders. And his throw is incomplete. Hey, look at this Packers defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now, if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ready, set. Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Sanders. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the handoff, this is Judkins. And tough sledded. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
To throw is Sanders. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there.
At the 6-yard line.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll give it to Judkins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Judkins will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Two good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it. 60 vices.
Option play. Here's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Let's go now. Press all 80. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Davis. That's caught by Tucker. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Ready.
And if it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 9.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Come on. Set. Viking.
Off the play fake. Davis. Over the middle, complete. That's Delgado. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebacks for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind him, and it works to perfection.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 68.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Packers 14, Dolphins 10.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
60 by 60 by.
A give. Here's Judkins. Fighting through. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Dolphins.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Deputy. Cougar 19.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70.
From the gun, it's Shador. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. On now the Miami field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Cougar 19. Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Delgado. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
2nd and a couple.
Let's go. 19 Tiger. 19. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Checks it down to Jenkins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Sanders. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Open man is Tucker. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it. 60 vices. 60.
Operating from the gun. Davis looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
The final shot before break. Davis. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here we go. Gravity Lions.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On the set. Ready. Hawk 70.
Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
13 yards. First down.
Come on. Set. Go.
On first down, here's Judkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Liking 18.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Davis. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Ready.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. Viking 18. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Come on. Set.
Now it's Jenkins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
18 Cardinal.
Sanders to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Sanders. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Davis now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Looking to throw. Davis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw now. Here's Sanders. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Ready.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd and goal, Sanders. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points and they need a man.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A give to Robinson on the option. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. But the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Again, it's Robinson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Kilgore. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Come on.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He's back to throw. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3. They'll go. Here's Sanders. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Tag! Viking 18! Go!
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Green Bay, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.